when I put something there, I can't remember why, but it was just for a couple of seconds. Don't know what's going on with the async trader thing at the moment. I could... Okay, I was reading chat, guys. Phrecia, hardcore, boom. Eggs. Licking, smacking. Eggs. Boom. Okay, guys, we are back at the beach. Yeah, it was kinda sad ripping that previous character. I did enjoy it a lot. I think it had potential to do some great things. But nonetheless, if I play like a baboon, I will die like a baboon. That's just how it is. But hey, we have some nice cooking here. I think we have cooked this one real good. Yeah. Let's see what happens, guys. I will explain what we're gonna do. I guess you can probably guess by the name. But yeah, I will explain. I will just do some smacking here first. Boom. Yeah, this hillock is much easier with a ranged character. Compared to, yeah, a marauder. Okay. So, we start leveling with the lovely... Frostblade skill. I usually tend to level with this skill. There is something to it that is just so satisfying. But yeah, as the name suggests, we are gonna make this a Flicker Strike character. But we cannot play Flicker Strike until, well, kinda late on. So for now, we do some Frostblade smacking. I can't remember when I played a Scion last time. It must have been a long time ago. And it feels so weird, you know, pathing in this area to begin with. That is very cool. I'm actually very hyped, just because we start here, right? There are some cool possibilities with the ritual jewel, light of meaning, and also some possibilities for maybe some cool timeless jewel shenanigans, you know. But yeah, we haven't really finalized the plans for this character yet. But I can tell you this, guys, we are gonna play Flicker Strike, Scion or Scavenger, and the reason why we go for Scavenger and not the classic, I mean there is actually one ascendancy now, right, that is like super good for Flicker, you know, but you know, the hipster that I am, I need to do my own shenanigans, and I will show you why we're gonna play Scavenger. The reason why we choose Scavenger is because of this node, Auro's Sacrifice, you know, the fire flicker weapon. Gain a frenzy charge if an attack ignites an enemy. Coddling strike against burning enemies, 15% chance to ignite. This is actually gonna allow us to sustain flicker, I think at least, without any problems. So that is the reason we buy Scavenger. And there's also more reasons to it that I will explain. The league is actually coming to an end, right? Not just the Phrecia event, but the actual Keepers League. And my god, I love the Foulborn Unique so much. And there's so many things that I want to do. And I think the Foulborn Uniques will be a part of the base game. I don't see a reason why they would want to, you know, remove them, because they have probably spent a lot of time developing them. Perhaps some of them need some nerf or maybe buffs, you know. Yeah, but you never know, right? You never know. And there are some things that I really want to try. I mean, I haven't had time. I have made a couple of characters, but there's still so many fun uniques that I want to play around with, right? And yeah. I asked myself, which Foulborn unique do I want to use the most? Well, the obvious answer would actually be Mage Blood. However, we cannot afford a Mage Blood. I don't even think there is a Mage Blood on the Phrecia trade, to be honest. Other than that, it is the Ghost with the Foulborn chest piece. Foulborn Ghost Wreath gives your maximum energy shield is equal to 50% of your maximum life. So that means no matter how low or high energy shield you actually have, you will always have a maximum amount of half of your HP. So that means if you stack life, which I love to do because stacking life means that you get tanky. And even if you only focus on life, you are still gonna get a lot of energy shield. And this synergizes so well with the very, very cool gem that I have been wanting to play. I don't think I have ever touched this gem, to be honest. But I have been wanting to do this for a long time as well. Energy Blade. This synergizes so well because Energy Blade lowers your energy shield by 40. You lose 50% of your maximum energy shield. So that is usually, you know, a little bit yikes, because you don't want to reduce your amount of total HP pool or energy shield pool. But yeah, in combination with Foulborn Ghostwraith, you actually do not lose any energy shield. So yeah, this is like the base of the build. This is the intended combo. We are gonna stack life, get high energy shield pool, and also base our damage on how much energy shield we have. So we are actually gonna, you know, do the classic combo. We are gonna gain damage and defense by stacking life, which I love. What else are we gonna do for defenses? You know, it's not enough to just stack life and have some energy shield. You need some layers, right? For those of you who saw my previous character, we had a crazy lucky drop, which I am very, very excited to use. I have never had this jewel previously either. It's gonna be super fun to implement this into the build. Melding of the flesh. We found this on our first eater kill, the actual quest eater, which is I think somebody in chat said it's a 2% chance drop. Yeah, dude, so lucky. And this is so awesome because elemental resistance are capped by your highest maximum elemental resistance instead, which means we can focus on one type of maximum elemental res, and all the others will follow when we raise the max res. And so the plan is to get 90 all res, which is of course a superb goddamn defensive layer for elemental damage, of course. However, of course, it also comes with some drawbacks. This is a very, very bad rolled melding of the flesh. It's a -6 all res, which we definitely should divine. However, we are kind of low on currency right now, so we cannot do that. But yeah, it can go down to -4, which is not too shabby, right? I think we can work with that. And instead of -78, we could also get -70 all res. So it's something I have not exactly decided how we're gonna work around it, but I'm sure we're gonna be able to get 90 all res, which is gonna be first and foremost with jewels, which can get roll max res, right? So I think we're gonna look to craft or maybe buy jewels that gives increased life and max res. And yeah, those jewels are going to be really, really powerful in this build. Other than that, I have not really made any calculations regarding, you know, with the -70 or 80 all res. I'm not sure, but I'm sure we're going to be able to find a way to get past all of those stuff. One drawback with the build is that since we are going to stack life, we of course want to go for blood magic, which means we will only be able to use one aura, right, with the blessing support. One solution would of course be if we had 2 elemental resistance auras, right? Like, let's say if we go for max cold res, we have Purity of Ice, which raises the cold res but also gives us cold res, and then we will go for Purity of Elements, which would compensate a little bit for the lack of resistance. But yeah, we want to use blood magic, which means we can only use one aura. So we will have to think about it, we'll have to work it in, but I'm sure we're gonna find a great solution to it. Boom! And another defensive tool that we are gonna utilize is gonna synergize very, very, very well with the melding of the flesh. We are gonna use the oh so beautiful Aegis Aurora. And the synergy is, of course, Aegis Aurora gives maximum cold resistance. So it kind of offsets the drawback from the minus all rest, right? So naturally, we are gonna choose to go for maximum cold rest. So let's say we get this to a -4 instead of a -6, and this gives +5. That means we're gonna have 76. So we are gonna need to find 14 all res from or 14 max cold res from other sources. And you know what, I don't think it's entirely out of the question that we get 7 joules that gives 2 max cold res and life. That is not out of the question, but maybe we will find some other way to do it. But I think it's doable. I think it's doable. And of course, Aegis Aurora is so beautiful because it gives you recover energy shield equals to 2% of armor when you block. And so that means another defensive tool we're gonna utilize is block, of course. And it also makes us naturally want to go for some armor. So block and armor. However, I am not sure yet because we want to focus as much as possible to get the life right. We want to stack as much life as possible. So maybe we will go for glancing blows, you know, so we don't have to commit too much resources to get max block, because we are not going to be able to have a Tempest Shield, for instance, right? Which is usually a great source of spell block. So we will try, we will see. I think we might use glancing blows, but we will see, we will see. Hey, look at the Ghost Wreath. It's actually pretty cool. Kinda nice MTX, not gonna lie. Maybe we don't actually use a body armor MTX. Maybe we just use this straight up. This is pretty goddamn neat actually. I like this. Wow. So yeah, if we get high armor, we get high life, we get high elemental res, we get block, and we get recover on block. I think we are gonna have like a good baseline for some solid defenses, right? However, there is one thing that we do lack. Chaos damage, right? Chaos damage bypasses energy shield, which our Aegis Aurora is not gonna help us if we block or take damage. Because, yeah, it will go directly to our health pool and we only recover energy shield right when we block. However, that is where the other part of Scavenger comes into play. We are gonna utilize this one. Chaos damage does not bypass energy shield. We get Chevron wrappings without actually using the chest piece. And that is also something that I have thought about many builds. Many times I thought, oh, I want to use chevrons because of, yeah, chaos damage does not bypass energy shield. However, the chest piece in general is just not impressive, right? It gives like 300 ES or something, but you can get like 1.1k ES from like a super good chest piece, right? With also some implicits and stuff. So yeah, it feels so bad using chevrons, but however, now we can get it in the ascendancy. So yeah, this is the other part of why we play chevrons, or why we play Scavenger. We will solve the chaos damage. So with all these things together, I think we actually have a cool goddamn character ahead of us. And I haven't really planned it all through. I have no clue what we do for third ascendancy. Like, I actually have no clue what we do. I feel like all these nodes are kinda yikes. Maybe we do some Bloodline. We would have to think about it. I am not entirely sure how we are gonna solve our armor, because yeah, we want, I think we want at least 30k armor, right, to make Aegis Aurora somewhat useful. I think, hey, maybe we use this ring actually. It doubles the armor from equipped shield, but it you gain no armor from your body armor. And yeah, since we don't have any armor here anyways, this could actually be a good solution. This actually gives a lot of armor. This is like a super bad roll, right? Yeah, almost the lowest roll. And we have no quality. Wait, hold up. So, and with some quality, we have almost 1.2k armor. So, you know, with some better rolls, maybe we're looking at 1.3, 1.4k extra flat armor with this ring. And the ring also gives some life. So, yeah, this might actually be a good solution. But yeah, we will have to think about it. But it will definitely be another issue that we have to solve in the build. How do we get armor? Should also mention that when you use energy blade, you transform your current weapon into a energy sword, and so you don't really receive the stats on your equipped weapon. However, there is a trick that you can use, right? You can use a weapon like this that has an abyssal socket. So even though you turn the weapon into you know, a energy blade, you will still benefit from the jewel, the abyssal jewel that you socket into the weapon. So that's a neat little trick you can utilize. We are gonna prioritize some life. This is of course not the end game jewel, but yeah, this is a jewel that we had. So yeah, let's utilize this, give some rest, life, and some added damage. So we will utilize this to begin with, and then we will see what... I mean, we kind of need to feel it out a little bit and see what we lack and what we need. Yeah, since we are gonna have some resistance issues, we will help Alira to get the sweet resistance. Boom. And boom, dude, I am gonna miss crafts. Unfortunately, first lab for Scavenger is not very pretty. We ascend to Scavenger, boom, and yeah, we get 2 points, but no ascendancy. It is what it is, boom. Here we go, we get the last one here. Skills cost life instead of mana. This means we fill all the masteries, and that means we get 10% more life. So look at this beautiful thing here. Boom. Ay, 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 ay. Blood magic. Boom. There we go, guys. So we actually have we have 3.7k HP and 1.8k energy shield, and we are in Act 6, guys. Yikes. So yeah, it's time to try Spell Blade or Energy Blade. Let's see if we can do more damage than you know, like a regular sword here. I have to say, like, the Energy Blade and the Ghost Wreath, they are kinda cool. I like this. Maybe we shouldn't swap that at all. I mean, yeah, we need a new shield. This looks horrendous. And the helmet. But yeah, the Ghost Wreath and Energy Blade looks kinda neat. Taking blood magic, of course it feels a little bit bad not being able to use all the auras and heralds you want to use. But god damn, it feels so good not to have to worry about mana whatsoever. I love this keystone. Easy peasy, guys, and that was actually a lemon squeezy, but I think the graft is doing the main job here. And yeah, finally we actually will get an ascendancy point, and as we talked about earlier, we are gonna go for Chevron's wrappings. So now we gotta get even tankier, right? Boom. This doesn't do super much for us right now, but yeah, with the Aegis Aurora, this is gonna be... Wait, don't I have like one more point, by the way? Oh, I almost forgot. Hey, we have one more point here. Nice, boom. Since we have Chaos Damage does not bypass Energy Shield, we will also go into Zealot's Oath. Boom. So this will help us be at full Energy Shield as often as possible. I think this is a great one. So yeah, with that keystone, I think it's time to swap the Aegis Aurora. Let's take a look at our armor here. We have 5,600 armor and boom. Okay, yeah, that's nice. That is nice. We also get 73% chance to block attack damage and 40% chance to block spell. So yeah, we still have a lot to work on, but yeah, we are rolling here, guys. We are got them rolling. Yeah, guys, look at this. This is the effect that we want. We want to stand still and we want to see our energy just go up and up and up and up. Okay, yeah. Oh, I guess I think we are pretty tanky at this stage. Oh. Guys, what does this mean? It means it's time to flicker. Oh, finally. Here we go, guys. Here we got them go bing. And of course, a boom. No. Boom. Oro sacrifice. Smack. Let the flickering begin, guys. Okay, before we start flickering, I think we actually do versatile combatant. So, we're gonna have a little bit of issue getting spell block for now, especially since we cannot use Tempest Shield. But let's see what happens. When we click this, we are gonna lose some regular block for attacks, but we're gonna get, let's see here, boom. Yeah, that's a lot for damage, right? So, I mean for spell block. So yeah, I think we do this now. So there has been a little bit of confusion in the chat regarding ignite and stuff, right? So first of all, how are we gonna ignite when we only do lightning damage? Well, what we are gonna do is we're gonna use a jewel that gives 5 to 10 fire damage to attacks. Boom, we swap that in now. So, I mean, the amount of ignite or the magnitude of the ignite doesn't matter. We only need to inflict ignite to generate a frenzy charge, right? Let's bring this one up here. And the thing with ignite, which it seems to be many seems to be confused about this. You can stack infinite amount of ignites. However, only one ignite can deal damage at the same time, or the highest DPS ignite will deal damage. But it doesn't matter if we use this ascendancy and we keep on hitting the same boss, we will still generate the frenzy charges because we will keep on applying a new ignite. However, the ignite might not override like the highest one, but it will still count as an ignite, right? So that is how this is gonna work. So even though only one ignite can deal damage, we are gonna inflict several ignites and generate several frenzy charges. So that's the plan. That is how it should work, at least. Okay, let's see if it functions, guys. Let's see if it works. We are only gonna press flicker once. Boom. And there we go. We have a flicker. And there we have another flicker. And there we have another flicker. Guys, I think it's working. Boom. Guys. Hey, guys, we are finally flickering. Oi, 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 oi. I'm flickering around. Move out of my way. Do 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 do. Ah, ah, hoo hoo. Okay, guys, okay, I'm gonna like this a lot. Hey, I'm flicking around, it's working, it's so nice. Guys, I'm playing with one hand right now, I'm just telling you, one hand, guys. Okay, maybe we need to go back here. Wait, hold on. Dude, it's gonna get beautiful, guys. Okay, dude, this is so cool. We just bounce around everywhere. I like it. Time to smack it, Tava. Look at our HP, by the way, guys. 6.2k life, 3.1k energy shield, and hey, look at this. I mean, our damage is not too shabby either, dude. What is this build? Dude, it's actually looking pretty goddamn decent. Look. Oi, 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 oi. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, guys. Yeah. I don't know what to say. We also have Colin Strike here. Look at this. Bing, boom, smack. Guys, I think we are just building the build of the league right here. I think this is gonna be so goddamn fun. We have the tankiness, we have the damage, we have everything. Guys, this is gonna be the build. I thank you all for tuning in.
Easy
and
peasy
bye-bye.
and a bit of the lemon squeezy.